Here's a wild stat to start. Per game, the Indian Premier League is the second most valuable sports league on earth. Only the NFL makes more per match. That's right. A sport the British brought over 300 years ago is now being rewritten in India at breakneck speed. Let me show you how we got here. Cricket landed in India with traders. Cricket landed in India with soldiers. The first recorded incident of cricket being played in India was played by mariners of the East India Company's ships at Cambay, the Parsis in Bombay, forming clubs in the 1840s. From there, Indian royalty fell in love with the game. The first Indian team to tour overseas were the Parsi gentlemen to UK. Arguably, the first superstar of cricket in India was Colonel Kumar Shri Sir Ranjit Singh Ji Vibhaji II. Ranji. Even today, India's first-class championship is named after him, known as the Ranji Trophy. India played its first test in 1932 at Lord's, the home of cricket, under C.K. Naidu. The early years were tough. Few wins, lots of learnings. Palwankar Balu, a brilliant left-arm spinner from a marginalised caste, dominated early domestic cricket despite facing blatant discrimination. And in 1933, Lala Amarnath scored India's first Test 100. Post-independence, everything accelerated. The 1971 tours were a turning point. Under Ajit Wadekar, India beat the West Indies and England in away series. Then came Mansoor Ali Khan Pataudi, who pushed modern fielding and aggressive mindsets. The evolution led to the legendary Sunil Gavaskar, stacking up runs against the fiercest fast bowlers in history. Perhaps the biggest moment in the history of Indian cricket was the 1983 team, led by Kapil Dev, which shocked the world as the underdogs beat the Goliath, which was West Indies, to win the World Cup. Fun fact, Kapil's iconic 175 not out earlier in that tournament wasn't televised. There was a strike at the broadcaster. Imagine that, one of the most clutch innings of all time, vanished in the dust of history. The 90s. Oh, I think we all know. Enter little master Sachin Tendulkar, also known as the GOAT. For 1 billion people, he was the hope with a straight bat. The perfect representation of India on a cricket pitch, growing, fearless, skilled, legendary. Despite the heroics of Sachin, there were plenty of heartbreaks piled up too, like the 1996 World Cup semi at Eden Gardens. And 2000 brought a match-fixing scandal that shook faith in the game. Redemption arcs define Indian cricket. Enter Sourav Ganguly. Credited with brining young India out of its shell and standing as equals to anyone in the world, Ganguly changed the trajectory of Indian cricket forever. 2001. Eden Gardens again. Dravid and Laxman flipped a follow-on into a miracle win against Australia. The new India was here. 2007. A group of fearless youngsters won the inaugural T20 World Cup under the leadership of MS Dhoni. The flamboyant Yuvraj Singh hit 6 sixes against England, instantly capturing the attention of billions around the world. And this single event changed world cricket once again because it gave birth to the IPL. More on the IPL in a moment. The 2007 victory was followed up in 2011. On home soil, India lifted the ODI World Cup. Sachin's lap of honour still gives me chills. Since 2011, there has been no looking back for Indian cricket, as it is the most dominant force in world cricket as we stand today. The Kohli era, the Hitman era, Test wins overseas, T20 World Cup 2024, 2025 Champions Trophy, India beating Pakistan 8-0 in last 8 matches. And the list goes on and on and on. Now the IPL. Born in 2008, it didn't just change Indian cricket. It changed world cricket. The liberalisation of the Indian market, was perhaps nowhere more visible than the IPL. Money flowed to players from everywhere, creating a real career path in cricket, which propelled every parent to buy their children cricket bats along with books. Analytics exploded, matchups, data-driven auctions, specialized skills like death bowling and power hitting became science. Scheduling bent around it. International boards adjusted calendars because everyone wanted a piece of this pie. Youngsters learned under global greats by sharing same dressing rooms and became fearless, having faced pressure situations against the best in the world during IPL matches, and the skills spilled over. Reverse ramps in tests, Yorkers on demand, fielding standards sky high. Even the women's game is surging. The Women's Premier League is accelerating talent and visibility at warp speed. Quick-fire facts you might not know. Anil Kumble took all 10 wickets in a test innings in 1999, only the second man ever. India's first ODI series win came in 1981 in Australia, when ODIs were still an experiment. The leg glance, a classic subcontinental shot, was popularized by Ranji back in the 1890s. Kapil Dev finished with more test wickets than any fast bowler in history at the time he retired. Of course, there have been dips, early exits like the 2007 ODI World Cup, ICC finals that slipped away, and debates about tests versus T20s. But the through line is resilience. Dusty Maidans, sold-out stadiums, leather balls, data dashboards. India didn't just adopt cricket, it reinvented it. And the next chapter, fearless hitters, crafty spinners, express pacers, booming women's cricket. If 1983 proved India could dream, the IPL proved those dreams can fund themselves and change the sport for everyone. If you learned something new or want more cricket content, hit like, subscribe to the channel and tell me which Indian cricket moment lives rent-free in your head.